Hey, welcome to BreitWerks. What are you looking at? 1991 964 engine. So we got the short block cleaned up. So if you've watched our other videos, this was just a complete grease pit. Same with the front. So we've got all of that cleaned up so that we don't drop anything into the motor as we're taking apart. And that's what we're going to do now. We're going to pull the valve covers and probably pull the chimney off, clean it up, and then we'll get the cam box covers off. But as I was cleaning it and flipping the motor over, 1, 2, 3 head studs literally just fell out of the motor. So we're not sure what we're going to find, but you've got what, 4 times 6, you got 24 of them in there, so there's 10% of them are sitting here just broken, and they have been broken for quite some time. You can tell by the edges of the corrosion. So nobody knows. This is that barn find car, so nobody knows when the last time is that the engine ran, but we're going to take it apart. And this one has me a little bit nervous because depending on how close that is to the case, we may end up having to split the case. But I think with 3 being broken, we are going to pull all of the studs and replace them with some upgraded hardware. You know, this is not good, but we're going to get on with it. I'll set you up and we'll pull some valve covers off. All right, let's get going on the 4 through 6 side. I will be the first person to tell you that pulling valve covers off is not anything that's super exciting, except it's going to be interesting to see what we find inside. Basically, with head studs kind of just falling out of everything, it's making me wonder. Wow. Yeah. I think these were torqued down a little bit more than they're supposed to be, but that's okay. Let's see. Yeah, these look like nylocks, so at least at some point looks like somebody had opened these up. Wow, these guys don't want to come off, but we're not going to let that stop us. Six little nuts and washers. And if you're wondering where I'm throwing these nuts, they go right in the trash. We don't reuse nylocks. Not a chance. Oops. All right. Well, yeah, these little crush washers are definitely crushed. Leads me to believe somebody got after that, or they've reused them a bunch of times. But to each his own. Let's see, I'm gonna need a little bit of mechanical assistance. Imagine if you were trying to get these off while the engine's in the car. What an annoyance that would be. Yeah, definitely somebody has worked on this that might have had a different idea on torque values. Pretty sure we're also not going to be able to reuse these valve covers. But who knows, maybe the insides are perfect. Wow. This is a shame. Goodness gracious. Next time you're working on your car, make sure you own a torque wrench. Yeah, look at, I mean, that's more deformed than you can imagine. This one doesn't look too bad. I'm not sure why he's not wanting to come off. But again, I'm very thankful that I'm dealing with this on an engine stand and not inside of a engine bay. Well, yeah, I guess I didn't see how really bad that one was. All right, pull the valve cover off. There we go. Hey, these aren't even as hard as a rock. It's almost they almost have some pliability left in them. But they sure as crap don't want to come out. There we go. Wow, I thought they would be a lot worse. All right, so as far as valve covers go, make that determination a little bit later. But let's see. We're on Z1 for number 1, so that makes sense. But as we look in there, let's see, I'm going to grab you guys. We're going to look at the cam. All right, so preliminary, right? We're looking at that cam lobe, and that looks like it's a back side on the exhaust. We're looking at the exhausts right here. Ooh, look at that guy. Definitely lack of oil changes. Holy goodness. All right, well, we'll have to pull them out, clean them up, and see if they can actually be resurfaced. But yeah, let's see if we look. Head stud, no head stud, head stud. Can we see that one? That one looks like it's in there. So on this side, number 5 has got a intake stud right there missing. So I'm going to take the bottom valve cover off. I won't make you guys suffer through that. I'll show you what we find. All right, so we're on the 4 through 6 side. Looks like all the head studs here stayed in place. Let's see if we can see anything on the intake side of the cam. We see some scratches, but until we get it cleaned, we won't necessarily know. But wow, is that just yuck? Yuck. I think this little guy suffered from a lack of oil changes at some point in its life, but not too horrendous. It certainly looks like whoever put the last gasket on may not have done a tremendous amount of cleaning before they did it. Normally this is all dry, right? So you're seeing a lot of buildup and stuff there. But all right, well, we're gonna get over to the 1 through 3 side, and then we'll take a look at it with you. All right, 1 through 3. I almost forgot about you guys, because when I reached in to check all the head studs, I had a nut came loose. So yeah, not sure how that worked, but look what we found here. We found one more. So this guy, at least he's broken nice and high. So it should give us a shot to be able to take that out. But so we've got 1, 2, 3, and 1 moving all on this side. So wow, this poor little motor. Not exactly sure how it ran. But if we look at this concerns me, right? The rusty color on these rockers. Like, how did rust get in there? This should have all been coated with oil. So we'll keep digging into this motor and figuring that out. But the cam, the cam face, you can definitely see there's some scratches on it. That's on the intake side. And then that one just looks, yeah, you can actually hear my fingernail going across that. So dirty oil for sure. We're definitely gonna have to get these cams resurfaced. Let's see, the exhaust side, number 3 doesn't look terrible, but we're on the back side of the lobe. Here we've got one on the, we got the nose out, and you can see some scratching in there. So definitely gonna need cams. But we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 broken head studs, and one that didn't have a nut. So, all right, little lady, we're gonna get on with it, but we'll close that out for now. Those are our initial findings on the valve covers, and yeah, we're gonna keep going. We will get this thing back in action. Hey, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day. If you like these kind of videos, hit that subscribe button. If you need an engine rebuilt, check us out at BreitWerks.com.